it, not when there's a Ryan about.
You're mixing it with the men, to put it mildly. Even people are talking about you have a real championship chance this year.
Well, I hope so anyway. A lot of preparation has gone into the car over the winter, and we came out and we've been testing on Saturday, and we've made a few adjustments to the car, and we're very happy. So we went out this morning and qualified very well as well, keeping up there at the time. So we've been consistent, and that's the main thing.
Tell me this, how do your fellow competitors take this?
Not too good. They don't like to see the women beating them, but sure. Anyway, I can do it, and that's the main thing.
It's just my second race today. I'm very nervous and still only trying to get used to the track and still getting used to the car and everything. I've only been testing once already, so race yesterday went not too bad, terrible in qualifying, but not too bad during the race. But I'm certainly enjoying it and having a great time. Hopefully I'll get used to it all fairly soon.
Supporting the male cause in the big boys' toys are Brian Hade and Quentin Smith.
Brian, new sponsor going on, always a healthy sign?
Yeah, well, we have to keep them happy. They're paying for the year, so we have to put a good show in for them.
Now, it's a late start to the year, but you're having a good start.
Yes, we missed out in the first round. We're making up for the double header this weekend. Things are going very well. I'm putting Quentin under a bit of pressure. I think I got him pole today, which is my focus for the weekend, so I'm delighted with that.
Right, so what's the plan? Get down at that first corner cleanly?
Get into the first corner clean and out of it, and just keep ahead. The cars are very tightly packed, and performance-wise they're very close, so it's just a matter of keeping a clean head and don't make any mistakes.
Another season, I said I'd give it one more go because they're talking about changing the punter class now at the end of this year. So I didn't want to go into punters and find out to buy another one for next year. So I'm going to wait and go out with the new punters for next year, next season.
But is indeed Brian Hade on that pole position, only 600ths away last year's champion Quentin Smith. But this is a danger man, less than a half a second to Ronnie Griffin, car number 53 in his first race. On the outside there at the back, the white car, that's Jenny Ryan, the young lady who's going to put manners on all those lads up the front. They're waiting for the start, and there's no gentleman here. And a good start on the inside there from Hade, but look at Ronnie Griffin up the inside as well. The two of them looking that inside line. We're looking out the back of Hade's car, so we're looking straight into Ronnie Griffin, who's got so close he's going to push Quentin Smith out.
There's Quentin Smith on the outside, Ronnie Griffin on the inside. A superb performance by Ronnie. Doesn't race very regularly, but a hell of a pedigree in motorsport, and look at the determination on his face.
We're on board there. We've seen Hade operate through that, but down through the bottom loop. He doesn't race very often, Ronnie, but he talks a good race. But he's not talking at the moment. He's sitting in second place, and he's got a man that would expect to be up there fighting for the lead. Quentin Smith sitting in third. Now it's a long circuit here, a lap time of 2 minutes 10 seconds, so you can afford to be a little hesitant. But look at Griffin having a look at the inside as they come out onto the big long extension. They're heading out into the country, but Hade's car seems to have the leg back in through the S's there. You can see how close Griffin is, and we're on board there with Quentin Smith, I think it is.
Quentin Smith, the championship favourite, the man who probably should have won the championship last year, but for an aberration at the final. Oh, and who's that?
That's young Oliver Devlin just off into the scenery there, and he hasn't slowed this race down, or he hasn't stopped it, so he's well off the pitch. Griffin in second place with Quentin Smith. Doesn't want Hade to get away with these three, but we on a total through that fast left-hander out in, which was the furthest part of the old circuit. Mondello, and a beautiful move there by Smith, just latches on. He's got a camera on board as well, so Ronnie's saying to himself, I am fed up being looked at. I need to be up front where no one can see me. But he did leave the door open, and Quentin got a good run through that left-hander as they come up to the S's.
Certainly the experience told there as Quentin Smith got a great run, as you say, up into the young double apex right-hander. But now we've got Quentin Smith with a bumper flapping off there. It is Smith's car. It's a super amazingly well turned out car. But he now has a little bit of a gap to the Alan Burnman machine on Brian Hade ahead. I wonder, can Hade eke out an advantage here?
Well, Hade should, because the lads were fighting over each other a little, but it's hard. Smithy is a good long run in these Unos, but Brian Hade, good pilot, turning it in nicely. He should really know what to do. Oh, and Jenny is off there. Oh, and gets caught there by Lee Kavanagh. He really had nowhere to go. Mick Fitzgerald gets through on the inside. We're going to see that in slow motion and hear from Jenny Ryan exactly what happened.
The front of the car is badly damaged. There was some water coming out of it as well, but there's a couple of wheels bent on it, but I'm fine.
Luckily Jenny is fine, but that's a red flag for that race, and they're going to resume as per the finishing order at the end of the 7 laps.
The way it was at the end of 7 laps, in fact, young Griffin had got up into that second place, so he's on that front row. What can you do about it? There goes Smith. He's got to do it all again, but he's got that all-important inside line. What Griffin did to him the first time, I think he's going to have a chance to do it back to Ronnie, and he gets as close as he can. He's going to keep Ronnie way out. In fact, Ronnie running wide. Now remember, the next one's a left-hander, and Griffin won't back off.
No, he's certainly a determined character. You can just see it in his face. He's one of the few people that wears an open-face helmet, and certainly Ronnie, he's an exceptional driver, a real hero in auto tests. He's got great car control. He can go in deep and he can let it all hang out, and he's certainly chopping it across the nose of Quentin Smith. Quentin's going to have a lot of thinking to do if he's going to figure out a way to get past Ronnie Griffin.
Well, Ronnie should be thinking is forget about Quentin. Let's get down the inside of Brian Hade and put him between himself and Quentin Smith. Back there, that's Mike Fitzgerald. Lee Kavanagh there in the car that we know well, which is Bob Colton's old car, running number 60. Oil flag out there on the top of your picture. That is the oil flag. So we're back out in the country again. So it's still Hade from Griffin, from Quentin Smith. Having a look at that inside, will he get away with it?
Well, Ronnie doesn't want to let him have it, but totally clean. Going down there into Tars, had a fairly routine outbraking manoeuvre. He got a run at him out of Parabolica, and he's maintained that advantage as they head up through the S's, looking at the back of Brian Hade's car. But in this, at the moment, Brian Hade's in great shape. He's got the aggregate lead. Quentin Smith is now into second place. These two are the championship protagonists. They're going one-on-one for the title.
Yeah, Ronnie, I'd say if he was off a big profit, Jerry gets through, as I said, number 60 there, that's the car where you're used to seeing up the front. And what has he done? But just, he's looking at that inside line. Quentin said, caught Hade napping in on the brakes. Can Hade turn around the back? But remember, we're going sharp left, but in the background, Ronnie seems to be losing out a bit. It is now all between Brian Hade and the Marks Models car up against Quentin Smith, but he hasn't given up yet as they go to the country. Great on-board stuff.
Hade's advantage is completely eroded. It's gone, but he's still the leader on aggregate. If he follows Quentin round, he's still in good shape.
Yeah, remember this was stopped, so we've got to have the two bits together, but Hade was leading at the stop, and out a little wide there in the background. We're going to watch the two of them. We couldn't see Hade there, he's in the middle, but Smith coming down to the S's. This lap doesn't mind leaving the door open. It's a good guy to get down the speed, down the inside of him at that speed. He knows the limit of an Uno, but Hade cocking a wheel there, immediately Quentin's over to the quick line, and Ronnie's beginning to catch up on him again.
Well, that's a headache for Brian Hade. He knows that he and Quentin Smith can run almost identical at times. They can run nose to tail, lap after lap. They're almost inseparable on the watch. But with Hade having to defend Ronnie Griffin, that's allowing Quentin Smith to eke out a bit of an advantage, and that doesn't suit Hade.
And in the background, Simon Knott is just clapping his hands because he can see these two lads falling over each other, and he's climbing back up there in a nice fourth place. One mistake from anyone up there and he's on the podium. Two mistakes and he's getting close to that magic checkered flag. So they're through in the background, Mick Fitzgerald being Kavanagh, but this is the man, Simon Knott, who's in fourth place, a long way back, but a long way back from a battle that could end in tears.
Well, we're moving ahead, and Quentin Smith still has the lead. We've lost Ronnie Griffin, a blown engine, a tragic end to a fantastic car racing debut. But the match battle between Quentin Smith and Brian Hade is still very much on.
And a newcomer to me, Noel Crean, I think it is. I'm sorry, Noel, I said it wrong. Number 11 doing well there on that, but Smithy still out coming down into the S's. He just knows his place so well. But in fairness, so does Brian Hade. He hasn't given up with Ronnie Griffin out. That third place, who did he say? Simon Knott is up there. Got something happening to these two.
Distinctive helmet livery on Quentin Smith, and he's certainly baring his teeth in this this first motor race meeting of the year. He stretched his advantage. Brian Hade is desperately trying to cling on to make sure that he can possibly hang on to the win. Either way, he wants to get in touch with Quentin Smith and really have a go. There's a great rivalry, great friendly rivalry between Quentin Smith and Brian Hade. It's super motorsport.
Nothing between them there. Smithy came down, turned it in, they're coming down into the S's. Oh, and on a little bit of oil, I think, from Ronnie Griffin. Out goes Hade straight through that gravel trap, which is supposed to stop you. A little bit of a shortcut. He's back on. I don't think he's lost the place because he brought himself right out. But fair to Smith, he missed the oil. Now, how did not do that? He missed the oil, but Smithy, Quentin on his own as he comes up the hill, looks familiar, thinks he's got rid of him, then suddenly sees Brian Hade arrive, but I think it's too late for Brian as he hangs down that main straight.
Initially strolled through the last couple of corners, no risks on the oil. Quentin Smith takes victory from Brian Hade, with Simon not an ecstatic bird.
I got a good restart. I cooked in behind Brian, and then we got down, went down towards the third bend, and I got down the inside. It was all right then.
Had a good start again into the second race. Thought I was keeping ahead, but in fairness, Quentin and Ronnie were putting me under pressure, and Quentin got me down on the inside of the first corner.
I saw Brian Hade going off, and I thought, this is it. I'm up to second place, but I thought his engine was gone, and I tried my best, and I nearly lost it myself on the oil. I kept her all together, and Brendan at the last corner had a do or die manoeuvre, but it just didn't pay off, and I was able to hold him off on the line.